Hey everybody, it's midnight. Back at you, Jeff Brown. I talked. The last I talked to you was June 15th, 2022. I paroled. Got out. Was out for a while. The world out there, though, after 27 years, I didn't recognize anything in the city of Ontario. Man, that city changed so much. Trees that were my size were 50 feet tall now. This shit was crazy. But the worst thing about it is, and it's something that was in my control, had my head so fucked up, man. I went right back to the fucking drug scene. Oh, it was bad. 3 months before I got out, my mom came down suddenly with cancer, man, all throughout her body. She didn't last 2 weeks. After 27 years of looking out for me, packages, money, visits, the one person that I wanted to prove that I could be a good person and take care of her for once, I didn't make it, man. I didn't make it. And all that time, my other stories about the shoe and all that, she used to visit me in the shoe, and she would tell me, Jeff, if you don't straighten out, I'm not going to be alive when you get out. She's seen the future, I guess, man, and you know, it came true. She didn't make. I didn't get to hug her. I didn't get to tell her I loved her. The worst fucking time of my life. But it caused me to. Everything was going good for me when I first got out. I had a job, making good money, working with my brother. I had a bank account. I had a car. Once they started settling down, I stopped thinking about her and felt guilty because she told me if I didn't straighten my ass out, can you imagine the guilt I feel or something like that? I'm hoping you know it's that. I'm telling you, man, and your people, they're not gonna be around forever, man. And it's the worst feeling in your fucking life, man, to lose someone like that, especially while you're in prison. This shit is not the place to be. There's nothing going on in here. Everybody in here that are in lifers in here and shit, that are in the game, that are politicking and shit, they all just want to use you. They want to use you fucking till you're done, you're dried up, you're fucking, and that's it, man. They don't give a fuck about you in here. There's no programs. There's hardly any vocations anymore. Nothing to fucking teach you anything. The best thing to do is get smart, man, and don't fucking get involved in this shit. Don't fucking come to this place. It will waste you away. I was 27 years old when I got arrested on my last term. I was 54 when I got out. I did my second half of my life in prison in one walk. This is, you know, this is not the life to live. This is not the life to live. People need to be smarter and they need to start making better choices. there's so much going on out there, man. That there's so much going on out there. You have choices that there's people you could reach out to out there if you're having problems. You don't be afraid to call somebody. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody if you're having fucking troubles. I know. I went through boys' homes, juvenile camps, YA, to prison. I went every rung of the ladder. I hit every rung. And
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I didn't have nobody to reach out to talk to about what I was going through. I was an addict at 13. I was using drugs. I haven't been sober since I was 13 years old. I finally just got sober. I finally just fucking realized, man, I lost my mom, and that was the one person that fucking I wanted in my life to prove something to. She's not here anymore. But I realized, you know what? I'm tired of this fucking same old, same old. All right, you guys, you're probably wondering, what the fuck happened? Why are you back in prison? Well, you know, when I first got out, everything was going good. I had a job. Everything was going smooth. But that's because I had a lot to occupy my mind. Things started settling down, though. And all them memories came back. I couldn't take it. Losing my mom, it just fucked my head up. So I got out in June. My birthday was in August. I went to I treated myself to a Five Finger Death Punch concert. I went to that concert. Drugs, fucking all that shit there, man. I got high, and that was my downfall. I left that concert. I went to a family member's house that was in the game, that was doing it still. I went to her house and got right back into the fucking game again. That easy. I started selling dope for her. I started fucking... I was in it. And I was fucking loving it. I was back, man. I was back to what I fucking was comfortable with, what I knew. I was at her house. This guy came to the house to buy some dope. Stole a bunch of shit from her. He took off. She found out he took some shit from her, told me about it. I went to the dude's house, knocked on his door. He opened the front door. Well, I was in prison for 27 years. I didn't know about all these fucking cameras everybody has now. The Ring doorbell camera got my ass. The dude opened the door, seen who it was me, tried to close the door. I pushed the door in. Went up in the fucking house, put hands on him a little bit, and I told him, where's my niece's shit at? So all that shit's on camera. I got a home invasion. I took off. I got home. I was kicking back at home and shit. And my niece's daughter, it was October. It was Halloween time. My niece's daughter, hey, Uncle Jeff, will you take me to the Halloween?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
To get my costume? Sure, baby girl, get in the car. Let's go. I'm driving her to the Halloween store. And I'm at the stoplight, and I see this fucking white Blazer behind me. I'm like, man, that looks like a cop. The light turns green. I take off. I turn into the mall. And as soon as I turn into the mall, bloop, bloop, lights me up. I'm like, motherfucker. I got a 12-year-old girl in the car. I loved her to death. That's the last thing I wanted, was her to be mixed up in that shit. I pulled over to the side of the curb at the Chino Town Center. spirit of Halloween store. All I'm thinking is, I am not going back to prison. Fuck this. I just did 27 years. I'm not going back, man. I tell her, baby girl, get out of the car and go stand with those people in front of the store right there. Call your mom. Tell her to come get you. Why, Uncle Jeff? What are you going to do? You don't want to know. Just get out of the car, baby. She got out of the car. I took him on a high-speed chase. Got felony evading. Going everywhere. Had him fucking cops chasing me all over the city of Ontario, man. Stupidest fucking move I could have made. Where the fuck was I going to go? As I'm going, I'm tacking on charges and more charges. They trapped me, blocked me in. I got nowhere to go. They rammed the car, pulled me out of the fucking car, throw me on some people's front lawn. I got felony evading. I got home invasion. And the worst fucking thing, they charged me with child endangerment with the possibility of death. I mean, that's the worst fucking thing that they could have charged me with, man. Because I love that little girl, and I wouldn't hurt a hair on her head, man. And they fucking did that to me, man. Luckily, I had a gun at the house, but because I had that little girl in the car, I didn't bring it with me. I think if I would have had it with me, I'd have held court right there, because I was not coming back to prison. Thank God that little girl was with me, man. I left that shit at the house. She saved my life, man. But the fucking decisions I made, man, was not the right ones. When I paroled, man, I went to the parole officer. There's a mandatory meeting. It's called a PACT meeting, P-A-C-T. I had everything offered to me, and I passed it up, man. Housing, counselors, jobs, all that, man. I didn't take advantage of nothing. I passed it all up, man, and I needed that. I needed those counselors, what I needed. I needed to talk to somebody and let them know what I was going through, man. The shit that was fucking me up, that had my head fucked up. You know, hey, I'm not too big of a fucking person to admit that I needed help, man. I didn't take advantage of it. And that was my downfall. There's opportunities out there, man. That's our bad if we don't take advantage of it. The worst mistake of my life. Look at me. I got 12 years with 85%. I'm sitting back in prison. You know, when I came here, I'm in Tehachapi Max. When I came here, walked in this cell, I looked out the back window, I started having a panic attack.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
After 27 years, I wasn't coming back to prison, man. I was going to be home with my family, man, and enjoy life with them out there. This is like a bad nightmare. And when I looked out that window, I started having a panic attack, man. I couldn't believe it. I'm right back fucking where I was. I could not believe that I fucking did this to myself again. Everybody, man, you guys need to learn from people like me, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people you can listen to that can tell you the wrong things to do. Don't do what I did, man. I had an opportunity to be free, man, and I fucked it off. I can't believe I'm back in here. Now I don't have my support. I don't have my mom supporting me. I don't have no family no more, man. Fucking everybody's. My brother died. My sister just passed away. She just died of cancer while I was fighting this case. I'm losing everybody. You want that to happen to you? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. Everybody in my life, all my family, my support that was there for me, they're dying, man. Nobody lasts forever. And I would hate for anybody to go through what I had.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
So maybe we can make things happen, man, and I could steer people in the right direction. Hopefully I could, one person, if I could reach just one of you, that'd be a miracle. Because this ain't the life. How about that, Anthony? Is that cool?
Let me end that right there, man. Wow. You got me over here. Yeah, that was one hell of a damn speech right